It's astonishing. Jeez. Give me more, give me more. That's what it's saying. Oh, hi people, and welcome to my channel. Hope you're well. I'd like to thank Bolton Motorcycles today for letting me take this Suzuki GSXR 1300 Hayabusa out for a test ride and review. Bolton Motorcycles here in the northwest, Greater Manchester. They have a wide array of brand new motorcycles and used motorcycles also for sale. They've also got an accessory store. They also do free CBTs here, and they have their own motorcycling school. Give them a call, come down, check them out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this motorcycle up the road a little bit, and then I'm going to pull over, give it a good walk round and show you the specs of the bike and tell you what I think about it. See you in a bit. So I'm going up towards Rivington now, and it's not the smoothest of roads, this one. And this bike doesn't have the electronic suspension, so it doesn't think for itself while you're riding along, or self-adjust, and you can't adjust it on the move. And considering all that, the suspension copes really well. I know there's bumps on the road, I'm not completely isolated from them, but they're not exactly bone shakers, not at all. And I'm going over some humps in the road there. In fact, they were quite nice. And the way it goes around these bends on an uneven surface, it belies, you know, the size and weight of the bike. It handles like any other and moves around like, it doesn't move around like any other. It's quite special actually, I'd say. Yeah, it handles really, really well. Really easy to get the stand down too. I can see a little notch there. Very easy to get your foot on it. You don't have to fiddle and faff about looking for the end of the side stand like you do on some bikes. So here we have it, Suzuki's iconic GSXR 1300 Hayabusa. Price new at £16,499. Now this colour is called Matte Sword Silver and Candy Daring Red. They also do a glass sparkle black and candy burnt gold. Both beautiful colours, both beautiful looking bikes, I think. I'll give you some quick specs of the bike. This is 187 horsepower at 9,700 RPM. It's 110 foot-pounds of torque at 7,000 RPM. The weight is 264 kilo, that's the wet weight by the way, and it has a seat height of 800 milli. Which is relatively low and makes it nice and easy for me and my 5'8" frame to get my feet flat both sides, and therefore very easy to paddle it around while I'm sat on it. The tank size is 20 litres and it has fully adjustable KYB suspension. Also we have a very comprehensive electronics package called Suzuki Intelligent Ride System, or SIRS, and this includes 10-stage traction control, 10-stage anti-lift control, 6 different power modes, 3-stage engine braking control. There's also 3-stage launch control. There's an up and down quick shifter, hill hold control to stop you rolling backwards. Also has a slope descent control. This prevents the rear wheel lifting if you happen to be braking heavily while you're going downhill. We have cornering ABS, 6-axis IMU, cruise control. And for the brakes we have Brembo Stylema on the front and Tokiko on the rear. The dashboard is very smart and symmetrical. It's the traditional analog setup with the fuel gauge on the left and the tachometer, and then on the right we have the speedo and the temperature gauge. In the centre of the dashboard is the TFT display. This can be configured or customised to show a variety of information. It can show you front and rear brake pressure, lean angle, rate of forward or reverse acceleration. It also shows the clock, a gear position indicator, the odometer. It's got a dual trip meter on there as well. It's got the ambient air temperature, and you can set it to show instant fuel consumption, riding range, etc, etc. There's just loads of information on there. So, let's get back out on the road. First gear goes in nice and easily. There wasn't even a clunk or anything then. Now when you first pull away, you'd think you'd be a bit intimidated by the power of the bike, knowing the size and how much power it's got. But again, this bike it's very easy to ride. A slow right hand turn here. Going up Sheep House Lane at Rivington. No cars coming. Nice and easy, very slow. Almost a hairpin bend that. It's a riding position that you quickly get used to. It only feels strange just because it's different. If you came from a sports bike onto this, you'd say it was quite relaxed. Got some tight right hand bends at these, slow speed bends, and the Suzuki takes them really well. It's I've been on bigger bikes that would have wallowed about and made me feel a bit uneasy, but this is it's superb actually. Leans over really nice. It's quite a bumpy road this, and the suspension is handling it really well. It's not getting unsettled. There's plenty of power there to overtake anything. You don't need to change gear at all. Leans in really nice, really nice. Okay, shall we give the brakes a try? Front brake. Bloody hell. Thought the back of my skull was coming through my eyeballs then. Let's try the rear brake. Yeah, I could feel the ABS cutting in then as the rear brake was locking up, but it would do. Feeling really sporty this bike around these bends. I like the way that you can be lazy with the gears, so you don't have too many things to concentrate on. You can just look at the bend and get yourself into it. All you've got to watch is your speed. Very stable, this bike. Very stable, whatever you're doing with it, whether you're going around a bend, whether you're in a straight line. It just makes you want to lean it over and get tucked in. On a sharp left-hander again here, it's quite an acute angle going uphill. Very well balanced, handles that with ease. Here we're in the average speed zone, 50 miles an hour, going over Belmont, so I'll switch the cruise control on and set it on the left bar. Just increase my speed to 50. There we go. I'll put it in 6, eh? Set. There we go, 50 miles an hour. I've wanted to ride a Hayabusa for 20 odd years now. I've always wanted to ride one and see what they're like, and people say you should never meet your heroes. I'm so glad I've met this one. Quite often when you buy something, be it clothes or a car or a house, it says quite a lot about you, and it's also about how it makes you feel. It's as if you were to buy an expensive watch, an Amiga, a Patek Philippe. Lots of people might look at the watch on your wrist and not know anything about it and just pass it off as a nothing that you bought from Timpson's. But it's ultimately about the way it makes you feel, about the history of it, about what's gone into making it, the sacrifices made along the way, and the research. And this Hayabusa is an iconic motorcycle. First came out in 1999, and we're now on the third iteration of this iconic machine. I feel wonderful riding this because I know what it is, and just about every other biker out there knows what it is. Even people that aren't bikers know what Hayabusa is. It has an unmistakable silhouette, and I think that the silhouette and the shape of the bike grows on you. The original ones were slightly more bulbous. They've managed to keep this a bit of authenticity with this new generation, but it does look a lot sharper at the front. It's very stylised. It's a beautiful looking bike. I've probably been on the bike for about an hour now, and although it's kind of a leant forward position and my knees are tucked up, it's not uncomfortable at all. Now I'm a guy in my mid-50s, and I've got all the aches and pains associated with being that age, but I'm not having a problem riding this bike, being in this position. Now I wonder what this bike feels like when you're accelerating to pull onto a motorway slip road. I'll let those cars go. Let's go round the roundabout one more time. Oh, this feels great on the roundabout. This just wants to lean over. Give me more, give me more. That's what it's saying. I'm no racer, but that is beautiful, confidence inspiring. So let's give it a blast up on this slip road here. Jeez! My goodness. Feels like I'm doing the same speed as I was before, but the The acceleration is out of this world. And when you accelerate, there's no vibrations through the bars, the pegs or the seat. And I'm in no worse wind blast as I would be on any other bike. I can hear the air. I'm not getting knocked about by it or buffeted. I don't have a problem with the mirrors at all either. I can see a little bit of my forearm in there, but I like that for perspective, so I can see the sides of the bike and where we are exactly. Yeah, there's a bit of a blind spot. You just do your lifesaver as you were taught on your test, but you can always put blind spot mirrors on there. They're in 6th gear, 70 miles an hour, 3,500 revs. Twist the throttle, takes off again. Lovely. Yeah, the way it accelerates is just like water off a duck's back to this thing. Leave it in the same gear, twist the throttle and disappear over the horizon. And even when you come to a roundabout, you don't have to panic. It handles really, really well. This is a brand new bike. There's only 33 miles on the clock and I've done 31 of them, but everything is really nice on it to use. The gears, the brakes, the clutch, very smooth. When somebody says to you, or when you read the figures, this is a 1340cc bike that weighs 167 kilo, and then you can just nip in and out of traffic on it because of the way it sits on the road, it's astonishing. And round the roundabouts, fantastic. So I've stopped at traffic now. I can't feel any heat whatsoever around my legs. Nothing. I used to get it off my old Honda Blackbird years ago. Used to feel the heat buzzing around my legs and then up my jacket and I'd be sweating. Not on this. They've done an excellent job of directing the heat away from you. It's an up and down quick shifter on this bike, and we've just gone all the way up to 6th gear there without using the clutch. I'll go down again, see how it works at slow speed. I'm doing less than 40 miles an hour. 5th, 4th, 3rd. Yep, went into 2nd without a problem. As I say, because you are leant forward, you need to check your blind spots more than you would if you sat upright. But yeah, it's a great bike. I really enjoy riding it. So I would have put this in GT's garage, along with my H2SX SE that I fancy. I definitely would. I buy this bike because it's an iconic motorcycle. Everybody knows what the Hayabusa is, and years to come in the future it will be one of those bikes that you drool at when you're looking over, like the CBX1000, the 6-cylinder. It's an iconic motorcycle with massive power, massive torque, and if Teapot 1 can go around the world on a GSXR 1000, then you can go around the world on this. You can get soft panniers for the back of it. I've been riding it for well over an hour now. I've no aches or pains anywhere. you could take this touring, not a problem. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.